Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to part 2 of episode 43 or 44 of the Faith and Whatever podcast. We're really excited. Yeah, we're on 44 this week. So, dudes, I'm super excited. I am excited. This year has been a fantastic year for movies, of all things. And check out our Game Club video where it was kind of not a fantastic year for video games.
It's kind of the only good thing this year was for.
And, well, it started with the gorilla, and it ended with the gorilla. Gorilla. So this podcast episode is a simple review of some of our favorite movies of 2016.
2016 movie review.
And you need to be watching some of these. So we've got a list of, I don't know, there's probably 25 movies or so.
Everything from meh to eh.
So that will be our
podcast name.
That'll be our official rating system, just from meh to meh. So I'm going to start with a few, and we'll work our way through the list and see if you guys saw them or if you liked them or not. So Captain America Civil War.
Saw it. Loved it.
1 to 10.
I'm going to give that one
8.8736.
I was going to say 9.
Okay.
9.
Yeah, I'll give that a 7.5.
I review comic book movies on their own scale, though. I'm not trying to claim it's like a 9 out of all cinema or something like that. But in comic book movie world, that's a solid 9.
9 out of meh comic book movies. All right. Did you see Deadpool?
Yes.
Okay. Go back and listen
Deadpool's
to episode.
a 10 out of all movies.
Go back and listen to episode 1 of our podcast where we discuss whether or not Christians should go see Deadpool.
Deadpool makes Citizen Kane look like a student project.
That's a quote of the year. All right. Did you guys see Finding Dory?
Nope.
It is excellent. Okay.
Did you
Doubt
have kids,
it.
James?
Absolutely excellent.
I think my kids saw it. Just
Wrong. Batman versus Superman.
Finally saw it. I waited for the
Extended.
extended release on
I saw the
Blu-ray.
extended on Plane. It was good. Did you enjoy it?
There's definitely problems with it. Like the
extended version?
Yeah, I mean, I liked it.
Uh-huh.
I like the film,
Martha,
but I understand the
Everybody's
complaints.
Martha.
Why did you say Martha? Aren't you a detective?
The greatest detective. Right?
Yeah.
But I mean, the movie had problems. It was somewhat incoherent. It ruined the whole idea of why Batman and Superman originally fought in the comic books.
Anyway, here's Wonder Woman.
Yeah, they fought in the comic books because Batman is a vigilante and Superman is the arm of the American government.
Right.
Whereas
He's a
in
Fed.
this movie, they're both vigilantes. They have no qualms.
Yeah. All right. Suicide Squad?
I saw that. I liked it.
Yeah, super meh.
Suicide Squad's one of those movies that I don't know about you guys, but I walked out liking it a lot, and then the more I thought about it, the more I realized it made no sense.
Yeah.
I was the opposite. I walked out not liking it, and the more I thought about it, the more I didn't like it. So it was totally meh. Zootopia, probably one of the greatest cartoon movies ever made.
Nope.
There,
That's it.
the way it talks about race and
Transformers,
relations.
the animated movie,
No, I said
is the greatest animated movie
Duh.
ever.
I said one of. Didn't say the
Nope.
Doctor Strange.
I think I'm the only one in the room who saw it.
Yeah, I heard only weird
Haven't
people
seen
see
it
that.
I like Doctor Strange a lot. It was in the context of Marvel movies, it wasn't the worst, it wasn't the best, but it was certainly maybe in the top 75%, like somewhere in the 75th percentile.
So somewhere in the Iron Man 2 range.
Right. It's good. I think it was overly sad.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, you come out of that movie not feeling all hyped up because you saw this awesome action flick. You come out of that movie thinking, that was really sad from beginning to end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go for the Oscar at this one, huh?
Well, just like the people that made it because their lives are probably sad. All right. X-Men Apocalypse?
I didn't see that, surprisingly. I should
didn't see
have.
that. That was
Yeah,
all right.
meh.
I was so disappointed by the way Apocalypse
by
gets
all
depicted.
X-Men ever.
No, I mean they're okay movies. They're summer flick
First Class
movies.
was pretty good.
I tell you what. I'm excited for Logan.
Yeah, that'll be tight.
That Wolverine 3. That movie is going to be
Did we
awesome.
Did we see Independence Day?
No.
Yeah, I'm not
I
ruining.
saw the first
I
one.
saw
Didn't care
Suicide
much about
Squad.
it.
Yeah.
And so Will Smith was saving the world from
not
Not Quite
ruining.
Aliens.
Not ruining the original. There.
What did you just call it?
I said I saw Suicide Squad where Will Smith saves the world from Not Quite Aliens.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's kind of it's almost the same thing.
Anybody
right?
else with the BFG?
Nope.
I love that
No.
movie. Just the title, The Jungle Book.
Nope.
No.
I did see it. Spectacular.
It looks good. I'm gonna go rent that.
Alice Through the Looking Glass. No.
Are we going to go through every movie like
Yeah,
this?
yeah. We're just gonna kind
Yeah,
of scroll.
we didn't hit Jason Bourne.
Star Trek Beyond.
No.
I saw it.
Good.
It's fun.
Yeah,
Good
I
popcorn
I
flick.
thoroughly enjoyed
Yeah,
it for
popcorn
not
flick.
having any concept of the story. Ghostbusters, not touching that one.
Nope.
Hail Caesar, nope. Actually, I did see Hail Caesar. It was okay. It was meh.
Hacksaw Ridge, you just saw that, right?
Yeah, Hacksaw Ridge or so for me, my top 3 of the year, and then give your top 3 would in no particular order would probably have to be Hell or High Water, Hacksaw Ridge, and Moana. I was absolutely in love with the storyline of Hell or High Water. I thought Hacksaw Ridge was done so well. There wasn't any pointless violence to it. Like, everything played and served a purpose. The acting was actually really good in Hacksaw Ridge, but more importantly, I think, a fan of the fact that it kind of showed the futility of war and didn't really glorify it that much, right? It seemed to just a little bit of a better descriptor of war. And Moana, probably just the coolest film ever made. Really, really enjoyable, really fun, really silly. The Rock is great in pretty much everything that he does.
I'll watch anything with The Rock.
Yeah, you should seriously watch that. Did you see Sausage Party?
I did not.
Yeah, it was a waste of time. Now You See Me Too, Chris. What'd you think?
I liked it. That's in my top 3 for the year because I really enjoyed the first one.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, I was like, man, I could go for some more of this.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt the same way.
So I felt like they delivered more of what I enjoyed about the first one.
And again, this is just movies that we're going to watch that are passing the time, right? We're not looking for something to be like the most...
Well, that's how I look at movies anyway.
Yeah.
Is it fun or isn't it?
Yeah, like I want to escape for a little bit and just enjoy, okay? Now You See Me Too, didn't see The Shallows, Magnificent Seven. Did you watch that, Chris?
Yeah, just watched it last night, actually.
Good?
It is good, but it's a Western.
Yeah, so if you don't like
expect
Westerns...
super deep, complicated, layers of characters or anything like that. If you just want a Western where the good guys kill the bad guys, it's great.
James, what did you think about Central Intelligence?
I did not see it.
Oh, man, super good.
I loved it. Kevin Hart's and everything.
Yeah. Gods of Egypt, did you watch that movie?
Yes.
What did you think?
It's interesting.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah, it's fun.
Very strange.
The graphics and everything are...
You'd really enjoy that.
Awesome. The CGI.
It's dedicated to like Coptic authenticity. It rivals.
That makes no sense at all, Josh.
It's second.
You
to
just
none.
offended an entire wing of the church right now.
All 3 of them.
It's a really cool looking movie, though.
Yeah,
it?
it is. Yeah, it really
the
was
art
enjoyable
and
to
everything,
watch. What do you got in there for us, James?
As far as my top 3 go, I mean, 2 of them is not going to surprise anybody. Probably Civil War.
And Witcher 3.
Civil War and Deadpool are definitely part of my top 3.
Wrong.
I think Civil War was a really great movie, but those movies can no longer like stand up to public expectation.
Dude, the airport fight scene was the greatest.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
that was the greatest superhero fight scene in cinema history.
Yeah, that movie was never boring. It never slowed down.
Yeah.
If you think about it too much, you can sort of start finding
any critique to it.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like with any movie, you can eventually find a way to break down the plot and figure out a way that it could have been done better.
But just movies.
But I think it was reasonable enough that you could suspend disbelief and
just have a good time.
Yeah, and I really liked it. And I'm a fan of. I think in the movies, Captain America is my favorite Marvel character. And not in the comic books, but in the movies, I think they've done a great job with developing him. And so I just always want to see more Captain America-focused movies.
I'm really excited for the new Spider-Man launch.
Yeah, that's true. And
I really like that character.
I think Deadpool surprised everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we were all kind of expecting an R-rated, raunchy comic book film, but it turned out to be also just a great movie.
There's a movie that, there's that problem of that Batman v Superman had where it can't quite... There's so much hype that there's nothing they could do would deliver.
Yeah.
And Deadpool managed. There was so much internet hype.
Yeah, Deadpool delivered, dude.
Yeah.
In a way that Batman wished he could.
The best part is, like, right up until just before release, they showed nearly nothing about it because all the commercials for it were filmed just to be commercials, whereas Deadpool's speaking to the camera.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds.
But
being funny,
when the movie starts, he goes from the company that almost ruined my career the first time.
Yeah.
Like and that's like the opening line in the movie. You're just like, yeah, okay, this is gonna be rad.
This is a good movie.
Just do the whole thing.
Yeah. And then my third one, which I think a lot of people won't have heard of, but I think it's totally worth watching. Now, it didn't actually release this year, but it didn't get any kind of commercial push until this year.
Doesn't count.
No, it totally counts. There's a movie called The Wind Rises. And The Wind Rises...
Gone with the Wind.
No. The Wind Rises... So, some people might be familiar with Studio Ghibli, which is pretty much the Pixar of Japan. They don't do 3D animated films, but they are that well regarded in Japan for their animated film. They do cinema with their film, not cartoon.
Yeah.
And it's not even like Japanese anime. Like this is like can be internationally appreciated for art. They're amazing movies that take on really intense topics. And one of their major directors, who's probably responsible for about half of their films, grew up. His childhood was during World War II, and he infuses what it was like to be a child during World War II often in his movies.
That's cool.
And The Wind Rises was his retiring film, and the movie is about a young man during the World War eras in Japan who designs airplanes, but he designs airplanes out of a love for flight and aeronautics. And he struggles with the fact that these are used for killing.
That's really neat. Okay, that counts.
And it was a great movie. There's something about Studio Ghibli movies that they leave you with an amazing feeling. When you watch them, you feel warm. When you except for Grave of Fireflies, you just feel very sad during that movie. But when you watch Studio Ghibli movies, and this is true of Wind Rises, you're tickled by the innocence mixed with the maturity, mixed with the imagination, that just watching the movie itself gives you you're just glad you're doing it. And I would highly suggest that people and everybody who likes cinema, it doesn't matter if it's anime or not, just look up a top 10 list of Studio Ghibli and watch like the top 3.
Okay,
and you will not.
I'll give that a shot.
You will not be disappointed.
I also like the fact that you're the only person I know that's an adult that uses the word tickled in its proper context.
I got that from my grandmother. My grandmother used to talk about how like she'd be like, oh, that tickles me or whatever. And she's talking about like, just giving her chills and love my grandma a lot. So I'll always remember that way of speaking.
All right, fair enough. Chris,
top 3.
I
will go Deadpool.
Okay.
And I will go Now You See Me Too in there.
Okay.
Just because it knew the movie it needed to be. And it delivered that.
Are you sure you're not supposed to say that title? Oh, Now You See Me Too.
Well played.
It was just, I appreciate a movie that knows what it's doing and knows what it's trying to do and isn't trying to be anything more than that.
Like Birdman, the stupidest movie ever made. Absolutely.
You get that thing I sent you?
Stupid. Birdman?
So I kept waiting for.
And yeah.
Birdman, Attorney at Law. I was so excited they were making a live action movie.
Birdman movie.
That would have been way better. We shot this on one camera. Birdman. Yeah, don't care.
Number 3, I will say Assassin's Creed, even though it's not out when we're recording this, but I just know it's going to be great because Michael Fassbender and Jeremy Irons.
All right, and so there you have it.
And Rogue One isn't out yet either when we're recording this, so if it comes out and it's amazing, don't yell at us.
I suspect it'll be at least good.
Yeah.
Solid meh. So, join us for all things year in review on the coming weeks of this podcast. We are going to be analyzing in the next couple weeks our predictions video that we made at the very beginning of the year when we started this, including a really, really somber, sad look at the fact that one of the 4 of us called the Trump presidency. Josh. So we would love to have you join us for that. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and share us with all of your friends. Also, if you're listening to us on iTunes, write us a review. That would be tight.
Unless it's a bad review.
And even if it's a bad review, write it just about Chris. Follow me on Twitter. I'm at Josh_Carmen. James is at Jamothy Yule. Chris is at Marion Ranch. And Garrett probably at home. All right. Thanks so much.
All right.